Good day, good people. My name is Gentleman Viking, and I know I haven't posted in quite a while, but life and shit happens, and yeah, the world is sort of going to shit a little bit right now. Um, first off, I'd just like to say I hope you're all doing well. Um, if you need someone to talk to in these dark times, you're welcome to follow the link in the description to my Facebook page. You can send me a message. We can have a chat about what's going on in your life. I'll do my best to listen to you. Um, yeah, big hugs to you all if you need one. Especially now that we kind of can't really go over people's houses for the most part. So I sort of do a little bit of an off the cuff, no script video about something that bothered me a few weeks ago. Um, First off, there will be spoilers for Star Trek Picard Season 1, Avengers Endgame, Black Panther, and Avengers Infinity War. Not so much Black Panther, oh well. But yeah, Avengers Endgame and Infinity War. So if you haven't seen any of those movies and the TV show, best to click away now. But if you want to listen, yeah, feel free to listen. So, what's been bothering me over the last couple of years, but it really came to a head a few weeks ago, is how announcements for TV shows and movies can ruin drama. And I'll give you the example that annoyed me the most. I sat down to watch Star Trek Picard episode 10 with my mum and my dad. Um, by the way, I'll be trying to make a review of that show in the coming days, hopefully. I know I planned on making a episode by episode review, but as I said, life happens. Anyway, so early on in the series, they set up that Picard has something wrong with his brain. They don't say exactly what it is, they just say it's some sort of abnormality, and that it's untreatable. I'm like, oh, okay then. So, in the series finale for Star Trek: The Next Generation, they say that Picard has something called Euromotic syndrome, which is making him prone to dementia-like symptoms. So I thought maybe that's it. Maybe over the series, Picard is going to go a little bit nuts. But then in the last two episodes, Picard is like, oh, by the way, he says to the crew, by the way, I'm dying. I have a defective brain. I'm going to die. I don't want anyone to give me any false sympathy, otherwise you'll just piss me off. And then, at the crux of the finale for episode 10, Picard dies from taking a drug to make him lucid and take away the pain for a few more minutes while he completes what he's going to do. But that scene where he sacrifices his life and he had he was going to die and everyone's crying, it had no effect on me. And I'll tell you why. Months ago, before Star Trek Picard even started, or after the first episode, they announced that they were going to make a season 2. And when I found that out, I'm like, oh, cool, there's going to be more Picard. Let's see what they do with it. But that information was playing in my head all through that scene where Picard was sacrificing himself. I'm like, well, what's the point? They've already announced a season 2. I know he's gonna survive. They even set up how he can survive. This a scientist had created essentially an android body for him to pump his own brain into, which, yes, we have seen that in Star Trek before. But anyway, they set that up, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna kill off Picard and then shove his brain into an android body. Okay, I hope they actually explore that, Picard wondering if he's still human. Will that change people's perceptions of him? Will they ask the question, is that actually Picard? Because it's essentially just a copy. It's like, if I copy and paste a file on my computer and into the same folder, it adds a 1 in brackets next to it. So, is that the same folder? It's the same information, it's the same data, but it's not exactly the same folder because I'd had no input into that file. File, not folder. But you see what I'm coming from. But that announcement ruined the drama. Like, everyone's crying, everyone's sad, and I'm like, I don't care. They're going to revive Picard in about 5 minutes. I have no emotional investment in this. And this is a character who I've loved since I was a child. And the same was true for Avengers Infinity War. At the end of the movie, they essentially kill off almost the entire cast of the Marvel roster. And at first when I watched that, I was like, oh shit, that's amazing. What are they going to do? Oh, will we actually get these characters back? Will we see Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man? Oh wait, wait, never mind. All 3 of them have movies announced already. So once again, there's no drama. I know they're going to be brought back. What's the point? You're essentially ruining the setup to your own movies by making these announcements before the movies even come out and TV series come out. It doesn't make sense to me. You're essentially ruining an aspect of your own storytelling. Like, if I write a book, which I'm hoping to, but anyway, that's another story entirely. If I write a book and I tease that the character is going to die at the end of the series, but then before my last book is out, I come out and say, oh yeah, by the way, I'm planning a spin-off series, a sequel series, where this character survives. Well, first off, I've spoiled the ending to my book that the character will die, and now suddenly there's no gravitas to the ending because everyone knows that the character's going to survive. Oh well, yeah, sure, we know he's going to die, and we can imagine how he's going to be revived, but there's no emotional investment in the death, in the sacrifice. One of my favorite video game series of all time is called Legacy of Kain. I'm going to spoil that too, so if you haven't played that game series... Actually, never mind, I'm not gonna talk about it because no one's played that game anyway. Well, at least not enough people to warrant me spoiling it. If you haven't played that game series, go and play it. It is amazing. Shakespeare with vampires, that's all I'm going to say. Some of the best voice acting in video games. And the original one was released in like 94 or something, so video games weren't exactly hot shit back then. But yeah, I'm sure you can see where I'm coming from in this video. When big studios or big writers and publishers or whatever, when they announce that they're going to make a sequel to something that they've already set up the character to die, just don't. You know, you're spoiling it for us. That I suddenly have no emotional investment. I might still want to see the end of your series, but if you've been teasing that the character is going to die, but then you come out and say, oh wait, no, the character's going to survive. He's already cast for the sequel series or for the sequel movie, the sequel book. I'm going to be like, oh okay, well what's the point of me watching the ending? You've A, spoiled the ending, and B, spoiled the premiere for the next season if you're going to bring him back. Like a good example, Doctor Who. I'm going to spoil Doctor Who. This one I will talk about. If you haven't seen Doctor Who, pretty much any of the modern TV series. The Master. There's always the chance they're going to bring back the Master because he is such a... he's a well-known character, often played by some pretty good actors. His dynamics with the Doctor are pretty good because it's essentially a good versus evil Time Lord, and they allude to the fact that the evil Time Lord, the Master, is smarter than the Doctor, but it's more his hubris and some sort of subconscious desire to fail that makes him fail all the time. Anyway, I'll stop rambling there. But, so... in the... I can't remember the exact series number, but it was the end of one of David Tennant's seasons. Actually, I think it was his second last season. Proper season. They brought in the character of the Master again. And all of the old school Doctor Who fans were like, "Oh, this is going to be good." And me, who'd never seen Doctor Who, I was like, "Oh, cool, who is this guy? Oh, he's an evil Time Lord? Wow, that's amazing. Let's see where they go with it." And then he gets killed off. I'm like, "Okay, cool, yeah, you know, that was actually really emotionally heartbreaking." And then they bring him back again. They bring him back for David Tennant's final episodes. And I thought, that's actually really good. They didn't spoil that he was coming back in some previous season or episode. They built up to something coming, but they didn't say what or who it was. And then they bring back the Master. They had another good dynamic. Now the Master is impoverished and the Doctor is rich, kind of, because he's got friends and things. And I thought that was amazing. And then, a few years ago, they bring back the Master again, the same actor. Even though we already had another actress playing another version of the Master. Wibbly wobbly timey-wimey stuff. And I saw that episode, and they reveal the Master at the end, and I'm like, "Oh, wow, I wasn't expecting that, that was so cool!" And it was a few days later that I found that the BBC had actually spoiled that. Luckily, I don't watch anything from the BBC because I'm in Australia, but I found out that the BBC had spoiled the return of this particular actor as this particular iteration of the Master. And I'm like, oh wow, that sucks for the people who'd seen that article, who'd seen that video or whatever it was, who'd seen that spoiler. I'm like, oh, well that's pretty shit, BBC. You essentially just took away most of the impact and the big reveal for people at the end. Why do people do this? It is so fucking annoying. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. But yeah, it's something that's been bothering me. If you feel that, if you want to have a chat about something that's been spoiled for you, let me know in the comments below. Just put spoiler warning for particular book, particular movie, particular series. Go down a few lines. And if it's something I'm interested in or something I know I won't watch, let me know in the comments and I'll read it. Well, I'll read your comment if I feel it's something that I feel won't be spoiled for me or something that already has been spoiled for me. But yeah, let's have a chat in the comments below. Let me know what you think. All the usual stuff, like, share, subscribe. One last thing. These are particularly uncertain and dark times right now. If you, or someone you love, or someone you know, if you think they'll be struggling a little bit, they're particularly a lone person, they can't go out and meet or talk to people, give them a call, send them a text, send them a Facebook message, or a Twitter, or whatever they call it, even just a shout out on Instagram or something, I don't know. I don't know what you young people do nowadays. I'm not really on social media, so whatever. But yeah, reach out to someone if you, or even if you yourself, excuse me, if you yourself are having a difficult time in this uncertainty, talk to someone. Even if you want to shoot me a Facebook message on my Facebook page, the link will be in the comment below, and I'll try and listen. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say than that. Hope you have a good time. Good luck to you out there, and be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Ta-ra!